first ever live run, the first ever live mobile. You couldn't do this until you unlock it by getting 50 subscribers. Now, it's also the first time I've used one of these selfie sticks on a run, which is happening right now. All right, it's happening right now. So we're out here in Knoxville, Tennessee, taking a little stroll on a Saturday morning. We're going for about 20 miles today, maybe a hair under, maybe a hair over. We're more or less playing it by the clock. Left the house about 5:30, headed over to meet a friend in about an hour. Going to run with him for about an hour, and then it takes about an hour to get home. So that's what we got going. 3 mile, or excuse me, 3 hours ish for the run. We've got like a remnant of a supermoon up here. Also, streetlights. Beautiful morning, nice and crisp. It's brisk, baby. And up here, let's see if I can turn the camera around so you can see what I can see. We got the first feeling Christmas light display over there. Slow it down. Yeah, that's a crazy, crazy house. They've actually got like a slip and slide in the front yard, like a permanent slip and slide. It's pretty crazy. Anyway, here we go. First dark street. Now, there has been a dog on this street before, so I'm probably not going to say a whole lot as we go through here. It's up there where that light is on the left. It's only really spooked me out once, but really don't want to risk anything. How's that look? Light. Don't really need that. Keep it like this. Oh, there's going to be a ton of people watching this at 5 a.m. on a Saturday morning. Where's where that dog usually is? This house is green. I don't hear anything. Red team go. Okay, we escaped. There was no dog. No dog today. Can put the old light on. What I got with me this morning? Well, let me blind you with this light. Top of the morning. We're cutting through neighborhoods right now on our way to the sunrise and on our way to some trails. Got about 7 miles of roads, probably 6 or 7 miles of trails, and then I got to hightail it back to the house. 7 miles of roads. Happy Saturday morning. Let's go. Also pretty dang cold this morning. Now, dang cold to me is probably just brisk to a lot of people, but I think it's like mid lower 40s here in East Tennessee, which that forces me to put some gloves on. However, I don't have them on right now. Got them in the pocket. It's kind of in between. Could use them, but my hands kind of get sweaty, Dumb and Dumber style if I do. Oh well. Got about, oop, Thought I saw a critter. Got about a half mile on this road. Then we're going to cut through another neighborhood for about, I don't know, 3/4 mile. Then we'll hit the greenway for about 2 miles, hang a right on Concord Road. That'll bring us up to some fun greenways. And then we'll go from there all the way another mile or so to the bridge where I'm meeting my buddy for the trail runs this morning. At which point we will traverse under the bridge to the beginning of the trails. And really pretty soon I should be able to take this headlight off. Sorry for the blinding light. I've more or less got it on just for any cars that go by, which there's not going to be many on this route. This is the last bit where I'm actually on the road itself. So, got about 20 miles planned. Not really wearing much. This is a Nike long sleeve running shirt. It's one of those, is it Dry Max? I forget their little run branding. I think it's Dry Max. Nah, that's not right. Whatever. It's a Nike shirt. Got this Nike shirt on. And you know what? I love good quality running clothes. This is not even like top tier, but I've had this shirt, oh my goodness, a long time. You look at race pictures that happen in the fall and winter for the last like probably 7 years. And I'm wearing this in practically all of them, as well as a couple of the spring Knoxville marathons, because they can sometimes start out super, super cool. Definitely critters in the bushes back there that we just passed. I'm going to keep talking as though I am not afraid of them being scary critters. And we have more light. Yeah, it's going to lighten up here in a little bit. I got anybody hanging out yet? This old inaugural mobile stream. Say hey if you are. Let's see. Downhill. You can't tell yet because it's not light yet. Got a nice little downhill grade here. One of my favorite things about these early morning runs, it was about 5:30 when I set out from my house, about 5:45 or so now, is that I get back by 9 a.m. at the latest usually. And then it's time for the actual day to start, you know? And kill this light for you. Got plenty of street light here. This is kind of a sketchy part of the road, though. You can see we don't really have a lot of shoulder to the road. So I just hop over in the bushes over here for the leaves if cars come my way. Incidentally, can we talk about what side of the road you're supposed to run on? I still see people doing this wrong. What side of the road do you think we're supposed to run? The left side is the correct side. Pedestrians are on the left. That's why I am on the left, running towards opposing traffic. So I can see them and they can see me. It's much easier. But mainly, it's for me. So I can hop the crap out of the way if they're not paying attention. I see people do this wrong more than I want to see that. Now, there's some caveats. I have one, two, three, three or so spots on my run, on my main run route, where yeah, I hop over onto the other side briefly because it's simply the safer thing to do at that part of the road. But that is the exception, not the rule. All right, we got a really cool little greenway junction here that you can't see crap. When I come back, I'll show you the little stream there. And my hand's getting cold. So we're going to set this down for a second. And I'm putting my gloves back on. I thought we were in that in between zone, but I need some gloves. Much better. All right, let's go. Let's go. That's lovely, right? I was going to come with the territory with these cold morning runs. You might see some spit. You might see some snot. Parental advisory suggested. Rated PG. No general audiences here. All right. Going through some backyards pretty much. I'm going to be quiet a minute. All right, we're back on the street. What's this say? Can people chat with me? Can you chat with me? Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy. Blah, blah. Okay, so yeah, you can chat. Anybody's there. Hit the old like button. Say hello to your boy Eamon. Here we go. Just making sure all that was set up. Tell you what, holding this little cell phone stick, selfie stick thing, this is a heck of a lot easier. I used to like hold the camera with my arm, just completely wore the arm. Wonder, I wonder if I can do a, here comes an experiment. I wonder if I can send a text message on my phone with the voice commands to my wife to say to check out the live stream to test whether or not the comments are working. We're going to try it. I doubt it'll work. Hey Siri, text Angela. We got nothing. Oh well. Hope everybody's good. Say what's up. Send a wave. Your emoji of choice into the chat. We got 1 more mile of neighborhood cut throughs, and then we will be onto the greenways all the way to the bridge that goes over the river, where we will be meeting up with our good buddy Shay. And we'll be pausing the live stream until my return journey later in the morning. Got about 7 miles right here on the roads. Then we'll pick up Shay for some trail running, probably an hour. I actually don't know how long he's going to run with us. Maybe you will see if he's game for that. Then the return journey will be either 7 miles or if I do a little railroad cut through, if I'm running tight on time, I may shorten that. I think I can cut a mile off if I hop on the tracks for a mile. It's probably not a good idea, but I've done it before and it's kind of cool. All right. Should be lightening up here pretty soon to be able to shed the headlamp. What? I don't know. What time is it? 5. No, it's 6:07. Probably within the next 2 miles, we'll be able to get rid of the light. Who we got hanging out with us? I see a couple people up there. Say hey, hit the like button if you don't want to do that. Glad you're hanging with us on a Saturday morning run. This is the first time that I've live streamed on the mobile device. Testing it out. I'm just going on faith that the audio is working. I'm sure it is. We got some more Christmas lights up here. People are slowly getting these out. You'll be able to see them in the rear view in just a sec. Now, the other thing I'll show you right here. Ba-dang! It's Christmas time in the city. The other thing, what was the other thing? Oh, you know, the other thing, the other big reason we're doing this for the first time today. We want to see what the battery life of the old iPhone does while mobile streaming. Because I'm going to tell you what, if it does well, we're going to be streaming a marathon soon. I'm cutting the distance as some. Got a 40 miler on Black Friday, and that's the last ultra for the year, unless I get a wild hair in December. But I am going to be picking up the marathons for sure. And if the battery does well, I really have no idea what to expect. You can be joining me on a couple of marathons. How do you like them apples? I think it could be fun. Got a couple planned out, a couple courses sketched out. Should be neat. May try to bring this to the Knoxville Marathon next year. I'm just thinking out loud here. But I already hold up the flag in one hand the entire race. I could just attach that to the selfie stick, which so far, no issues carrying this. All of like what, 20 minutes in? We'll see. We'll see. We'll be polling for input on that. We're close to the Greenway. This is neighborhood 3 or 4 that we're cutting through. This is going to connect us to the Greenway. You can say you're welcome for that. Had to blow the old nose and realize that it might be more pleasant for my beloved audience were I to do that off camera and muted. You're welcome. All right, here's the greenway. A little piece of this cuts us down to the main road where we will continue on the greenway for a little 2 mile jaunt to the bigger main road, to the main road, if you will. We got rabbits on the road, rabbits on the trail. Hello, Peter. I'm going to extend this camera out a little further just to see how it works. Sticking out a little bit more. How's that on your end? Does that make any difference? Not really sure how much of me needs to be in the frame at this point. I mean, all you can see is my freaking light face. Let's shout out that one thumbs up. I see you, that one thumbs up there. We've got a like. It may just be a default like. I don't even know, but we're going to shout it out. We appreciate it. By we, I mean me. All right, we near the road. We near the road. Here we go. You know, I kind of thought it was going to be brighter than this, sooner than this. See how we're doing over here. See a little bitty alpenglow on the horizon. I'm running toward the northeast right now. East northeast. It's starting to glow. You know, in fact, I think we're going to time it perfectly, such that when we hit the bridge over the river, we're going to see that sun starting to peak up, that beautiful sunrise. That's my bet. I bet you. See what time it is. 6:15. That gives us 30 minutes to go. Another 3 miles. Oh, we're golden because we're hitting sub 8 minute miles right now. Let's check the clock. Yeah. Well, that is if my buddy gets there at quarter till. He gets there earlier than that. Will be the tardy one. But quarter till was our preordained time. So we should be good. Should be good. It is going to take a little getting used to carrying this thing. Like when cars pass, I find myself being like, ugh, don't look at me. I'm not weird, but I am weird. Can't see it, but we're passing Anchor Park right over there. one of the parks I grew up going to. Really, the main one that I remember in this area, we would go down to a pretty big one that was in Oak Ridge, but that took a little bit of a trek to get to. Old Anchor Park was the stomping grounds primarily. And actually, way beyond Anchor, or just beyond Anchor, is the river. And over on the other side over there is where we're going. We're doing a big horseshoe to go over the necessary bridges to get to the necessary trails to run the necessary miles in the woods. Up here to my left, your right, in the dark, is a great little 4 mile rest stop. Those bushes are made for using the restroom. When it's dark, of course, I'm not a savage. Kind of surprised we hadn't seen more cars. How many was that? Maybe three since the beginning? Maybe. Maybe taking it before I turn the camera on, too. Okay, speaking they should come. I hear one and I see one. Now I have noticed I gotta like move this stick back and forth between my hands because it is not quite as lightweight as something maybe made for running, made for another smaller phone or a smaller camera. But hey, it's getting the job done. Probably got the angle wrong or something too. All right, I think I could be wrong, but I think this last half mile is going to be the last of the real dark areas. Once we get right up here, we're going to hit Concord Road, big street lights, and then by the time we get to the next half mile, Greenway split, I think the sun's going to be giving us a little more light. See the alpenglow. See if you can see it. See all that over there. Would that be easier if I just press the camera reverse button? But didn't want to do that. Here, let's let you see what I see for a minute. Mm, Here we go. Here we go. Good morning. Get out of earshot of those folks because I'm going to talk about them. I don't know who they are, but I have had some bad luck getting people to say hi while I've been out here running. Not today. That's the first people that have passed. But I don't know, man. People are not usually wanting to say hello, even when I offer the greeting, the salutation. I guess a dark shape with a light on his head and a selfie stick in hand is perhaps intimidating. Go figure. Boy, that camera is a lot nicer than the one you were watching me on, isn't it? Maybe this is the way to go, at least until the daylight comes out. If anybody ever starts watching these, need to get a nose blow count going. That'd be two for today. It's really only a deal on cold weather. But man, the old nose just runs in the cold. And that's 5 miles. That was an 8:32 mile. Excuse me. Got about 2 miles to go till we hit our trail component and we join forces with our good buddy. At that point, also, we'll be ceasing the stream for a little bit, probably until my return journey home. So it's about a 20-mile run today, maybe a hair under, maybe a hair over. I got to be back at 9 a.m. Eastern. Started at 5:30 ish. When did I start? I think I started at 5:45 actually. So just a hair over 3 hours. Those are going to be slower miles here in a minute when we hit the trails too. We are close to the road, close to the main road. Here's our last, yeah, maybe not the last, but the last for a minute dark section. And we'll have some street lights. And I keep waiting for that sun to peek up. It's close. It's close. Let's get rid of the headlamp. I actually think I can be done with it for the day. And I'm tired of wearing it, so I'm taking it off and we're going to roll with that. We're going to roll with that. Roll with that. Oh, what? I'm sacrificing my music my podcasts, and my audiobooks to be with you all this morning. The old inaugural mobile live stream Saturday morning run. Hey, you know why there's no sound? Because this joker, we didn't unmute it. I muted it back when I blew my nose a little while ago. Well, there's your first amateur mistake from the first live stream. Thank you for the heads up on no sound. Is it working again now? I'm assuming it is. I mean, it was a straight up muted thing. All right, what I was saying there, gosh, I don't know how long it was muted. Probably 10 minutes. That's all right. Yeah, good to go. Right on. Appreciate you letting me know. Uh, in some ways, maybe that's better because a lot of that was me looking at the sunrise, which you don't need me talking and blabbing about the sunrise to enjoy. See where it is through those trees again right now. I am actively walking because I'm about to meet my buddy. He's supposed to be right here. I'm at the parking lot for this bridge. We're going to be running through the trails back there here in a moment. I thought he was here, but there's another couple of people hanging out up there. And so what's going to happen is I'm going to sign off pretty soon. Got my first 7 miles ish out of the way. And I'm just going to go out and back here a couple times till he shows up. We're going to run in the woods for a little bit. And then I'll be back on in the daylight so we can see the whole rest of the adventure for the last like 7 miles headed back home, which may or may not include some running on the railroad tracks, depending on how much time I actually have left. All right. I need to sign off and see where he is. Let me see if I can do that without logging off. Let's run this way a minute. Actually, you know what let's do? Let's run down into the trails. Bonus time. Bonus time. Trail time. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, man, it's like pure gold over the water. Give you one more look at this before I hit the trails right underneath here. Boy, that's nice. And my buddy just said he's running a few minutes late because he forgot something vital, his shoes. Yeah, you're gonna need those. Gonna need those. Hey Stas, am I saying that name right? Did the video and audio cut out when I switched over to send my buddy a text just then when I got on the trail here? Or did it keep like streaming the video like it's supposed to? Let's see. Oh man, I love a fall trail run. Hey, if you're lucky, you might get to see me trip and fall. Visibility is not 100% as I look up and down between the phone and the trail. Oop, squirrels. Yeah, I bet we can go up to the top of the first hill here and back, and we should intersect with it. Go this way. Uh, the sketchy way, there's a big drop off for the bikers, kind of a long way up. There's not really anything strenuous over here. These are some nice rolling trails, a little bit of elevation, but not much. Is it single trail? Yeah, this is single trail. All this stuff, single track. Mountain bikers maintain this and use it. It's a mixed use, so it's okay for me to be here running. A lot of runners use it too. Second question, any change? You mean a mountain biker? Oh, what did I say? I'm not sure what I said about that. Oh, no. Was there any change? Was I talking about the video? Like I switched over to text message a second ago and I've never mobile streamed before. Yep. Yeah, I'm wondering if there's another way for me to get back to that parking lot up here. I don't think so. We're just gonna go up here and double back. Man, this is such a cool turn. Golden River through the trees. The leaves have fallen, enough of them so that we can see through there. Gotta love that on a Saturday morning. Yeah, and they have a surprising amount of trails back in back in a pretty tight spot here. They're just weaving in and out all over this hillside. There's not a ton of land, but they have really made great use of what they've got. And I'm going to go over here. We're going to go down this. I'm pretty sure I'm doubling back and then I'm cutting down. We got some embankments here. I think this is where that. Oh, yeah, yeah. This is either where I was just looking and there's like a big drop off, or this is going to cut me down even farther and get down next to the river. Whatever. You don't care about that. Details don't matter here. Important part is we're out here running, getting Saturday started off right. This is, see, case in point, I've never been on this trail. This is new since I was here last. So I can't even place this one, but it's going to cut me down. It's got to cut me down to the perimeter trail, which I'll take back to the parking lot. I'm actually glad Shay was late so y'all could see some of this trail first. I hear a train. Wonder if we'll be able to see that. On the other side of this side of the river, there's that train track that I crossed over a little earlier this morning. And we got a big one going across, which you may not be able to hear. Sometime I've noticed when I record with these AirPods that it like does some noise cancellation on the background noise. Can you even hear the train? There's the whistle. See if we can see it through the woods here. Yeah, you don't hear it. That's crazy. It's way over there. You probably see it moving through the trees. Pretty hard to zero in on from back here, though. All right, this cut through is a lot longer than I thought it was. So we should be getting, here we go. Here's a junction. Here's a junction. So we should go right. And this should take us back where we came from. Back from whence we came. And Shay has arrived. Not that I don't want to hear Trey, right? Well, it's pretty impressive that these things cancel that sound out because it's a freaking loud train from right here, too, coming across that water. All right, he just got here. Let me tell him I'm headed to so that he doesn't go by me trying to find me on these trails. We're about to sign off here. Appreciate you joining for the inaugural Saturday morning mobile live stream. I'll be doing more of these. And if my battery life is any indication of reality, as I feel like it should be, I think I'll be able to stream a whole marathon next time I do a marathon around here. Because this has not taken much of the battery like I thought it would. And it's not taking too much of my arms. I think I saw a deer in the wood up there, down to the left. They've definitely scared me in here before. Popping up out of nowhere. Ah, here we go. Almost there. Perhaps I'll slow it down so as not to use all my energy on the first third of today's run. There's the bridge again. All right. I'm going to sign off here. Thanks for joining. I'll be back on in like an hour at the end of this run for the last hour of it. If you want to hop back on, you'll be able to see all the urban areas that I go through. Hope you have a good Saturday. Talk to you later. Amen out.